In the realm of higher education, where the pursuit of knowledge intertwines with personal growth and reflection, the Higher Reflection Commission, HRC, emerges as a beacon of transformative accreditation. Rooted firmly in its unique mission and guided by a visionary approach, the HRC stands apart in its commitment to enriching the educational landscape. At the helm of this transformative journey is the HRC's robust governance structure. Governed by a board of trustees, elected by its members for their insight and dedication, the HRC is a paragon of collective wisdom and foresight. This board, together with a president accountable to it, forms the backbone of the HRC, ensuring that the Commission's operations not only adhere to the highest standards of integrity, but also remain aligned with its founding principles. The governance model is a tapestry of accountability and visionary leadership, woven together to guide the HRC towards its goals. Central to the HRC's ethos is its mission, a guiding light that illuminates its path. The mission to advance the common good through quality assurance of higher reflection represents a profound commitment to enhancing educational quality. In a landscape often mired in traditional metrics, the HRC's focus on reflection and personal growth signals a refreshing shift. It's a mission that transcends mere academic achievement, aiming instead to cultivate environments where introspection and self-awareness are as valued as scholarly pursuits. Complementing its solid governance and inspiring mission is the HRC's visionary outlook. As a champion of quality higher reflection, the HRC does not merely react to the evolving educational needs. It proactively works to shape them. This forward-thinking vision extends beyond accreditation. It's about nurturing a community of learners and institutions where the growth of the individual is harmoniously intertwined with academic excellence. The HRC's vision is a pledge to support not just the institutions it accredits, but also the broader communities they serve. This harmonic triad of governance, mission, and vision forms the cornerstone of the Higher Reflection Commission. It's a synergy where each element reinforces and elevates the others, creating an accrediting body that is not only trusted and equitable, but also transformative in its approach to higher education. In the intricate tapestry of the Higher Reflection Commission's governance, a symphony of collaboration, expertise, and integrity plays a pivotal role. This governance structure is not a static hierarchy, but a dynamic interplay of decision-making bodies, a dedicated assembly of professionals, and a robust accreditation process, all conjoined to uphold the standards of reflection and growth in higher education. At the core of HRC's governance are its decision-making bodies, comprised of institutional representatives and public members. These bodies are the heartbeat of the accreditation process. They represent a diverse spectrum of the academic community, ensuring a breadth of perspectives in decision-making. This diversity is not just in terms of institutional type, size, or geographic location, but also in the richness of experiences and insights each member brings to the table. Their role extends beyond mere administrative tasks. They are the custodians of HRC's values, ensuring that every decision aligns with the Commission's mission and vision. Illuminating the path of these decision-making bodies is the Assembly of Equality, the HRC's cadre of more than 1,000 professionals, the fellow travelers. These individuals are not just volunteers, they are the embodiment of HRC's commitment to spiritual and reflective excellence. With their direct experience in higher reflection and a steadfast dedication to the principles of voluntary accreditation, they bring a wealth of knowledge and insight. Their role is instrumental in guiding, advising, and supporting the accreditation process, ensuring that it remains rigorous, fair, and in tune with the evolving educational landscape. Finally, the accreditation process itself acts as the harmonious conductor in this symphony of governance. It is a process shaped by the collective wisdom of the decision-making bodies and enriched by the expertise of the fellow travelers. This process is not merely a set of protocols, it is a journey of assessment, reflection, and improvement. Each step, from application to evaluation to accreditation, is infused with the principles of integrity, transparency, and a commitment to fostering environments that prioritize personal growth alongside academic rigor. In this conjoined triad, each element is integral, and their interplay is crucial. The decision-making bodies set the direction, the fellow travelers infuse it with depth and diversity of thought, and the accreditation process brings it to fruition. Together they form a governance model that is as reflective and transformative as the education the Higher Reflection Commission seeks to accredit. In the pursuit of elevating the standard of higher education, the Higher Reflection Commission, HRC, employs a meticulously crafted approach to procedures. This approach is not just a set of guidelines, it's a catalyst for a transformative educational experience. Through its unique emphasis on reflection and growth, HRC creates a ripple effect that extends from its own methodology through the corridors of its member institutions and finally into the realm of educational outcomes. At the heart of HRC's approach to procedures is the principle of higher reflection. This principle is not merely an academic concept, it's a living, breathing ethos that permeates every aspect of HRC's procedures. From the initial stages of accreditation to ongoing evaluations, the emphasis is consistently on promoting environments where self-reflection and personal growth are as integral as academic achievement. This approach is revolutionary in its simplicity and profundity. It asks not just for academic excellence, but for a deeper, more meaningful engagement with the learning process. As the seeds of HRC's approach find their soil in member institutions, a remarkable transformation begins. These institutions, each a microcosm of learning and development, adopt and integrate HRC standards into their core functioning. The impact is tangible. Curriculums are reimagined to include reflective practices, teaching methodologies are revised to encourage personal growth, and campus cultures evolve to become more introspective and self-aware. In adopting HRC's approach, these institutions become more than just centers of learning. They become sanctuaries of personal and intellectual development. The culmination of this approach is most vividly seen in the educational outcomes. The students, having been nurtured in an environment that values reflection as much as information, emerge as well-rounded individuals. Their education goes beyond textbook knowledge. They develop critical thinking, emotional intelligence, and a heightened sense of self-awareness. These outcomes are the ultimate testament to HRC's approach, a generation of learners equipped not just with degrees, but with a deeper understanding of themselves and their place in the world. In this causal triad, HRC's approach to procedures acts as the initial force, setting in motion a series of changes in member institutions, which ultimately leads to enriched educational outcomes. It's a journey that starts with a reflective seed and ends with the fruit of enlightenment, embodying the very essence of what HRC stands for. To contrast the approach of the Higher Reflection Commission, HRC, with current accreditation approaches, we can explore the problems the HRC's approach solves and the absence of its benefits in traditional methods. This comparison can be framed through the lens of the negations of the aspects highlighted in the HRC's approach, focusing on the lack of emphasis on personal growth, introspection, and holistic development in many existing accreditation systems. Traditional approach. In many current accreditation processes, the focus is predominantly on academic metrics, such as graduation rates, faculty qualifications, and research output. While these are important, they often neglect the aspect of personal growth and self-reflection. Without this emphasis, education can become a mere transfer of knowledge, lacking in fostering the holistic development of students. Problem solved by HRC. HRC addresses this gap by integrating personal growth and reflection into its accreditation criteria, ensuring that educational institutions nurture not only intellectual, but also personal and emotional development in students. Traditional approach. Conventional accreditation may not require or encourage institutions to implement reflective practices in their curriculum or campus culture. As a result, the educational experience can be more about information absorption rather than critical thinking and self-examination. Problem solved by HRC. By encouraging institutions to adopt reflective practices, HRC ensures that learning goes beyond rote memorization, encouraging students to engage critically and introspectively with their subjects. Traditional approach. In many accreditation systems, educational outcomes are often measured in terms of employability and academic achievements. While these are significant, they can overlook the development of skills like emotional intelligence, ethical reasoning, and self-awareness. Problem solved by HRC. HRC's approach leads to more well-rounded educational outcomes, emphasizing the development of a broad range of skills that prepare students not just for the workforce, but for life's varied challenges. By contrasting the HRC's approach with the limitations and negations present in traditional accreditation models, it becomes clear how the HRC's focus on reflection and holistic development addresses crucial gaps. This contrast highlights the innovative and necessary steps the HRC takes in redefining what it means to accredit institutions, placing equal importance on personal growth and academic excellence. This approach not only enriches the educational experience, but also prepares students to be more thoughtful, self-aware, and adaptable in an ever-changing world.